Oh, hey guys, how the frig's it going today? Oh, there's the Scampers. I haven't seen her all day. Anyway, it is currently, actually, funny thing is you guys are gonna watch, well, I'm filming in the future, but it's going up. Anyway, because the content of the video is relevant to what's happening now versus stuff that I can just put up and go. Basically, our local Walmart. I've been getting comments in the comment section asking me, hey Adam, what the hell happened at your local Walmart? Sounds like something happened at your local Walmart. Hey, you should really indulge on what happened at your local Walmart. Guys, somebody went into our local Walmart and lit the mother on fire. Yeah, went over to the men's clothing section. This happened on Friday night. It's currently Sunday. You guys will be watching this Monday. It's currently Sunday the 22nd. You guys will be watching this Monday the 23rd. Like I said, this is a relevant video. It's happening right in the now. Also what's happening in the now is I decided today that I wanted to indulge. Do I not have a cookie sheet? Sorry for making all that noise. He is not having it. I'm over here making a ruckus trying to get a cookie sheet out of my food warmer section of my stove because I totally used my stove right. And poor Oreo is just not having the noise. Just not having it, eh, bud? Why is it every time I get the camera on you, you gotta turn into a complete freaking nutter? Like, seriously. There's nothing in my hand. You want some pets? You want some pets? Yeah, you want some pets, eh? You're such a little stupid. But yeah, guys, there was a fire at the local Walmart. Definitely set by people. Totally an act of arson. And it caused a lot of freaking damage. Apparently the fire originated in the men's winter coat section. And it was a couple customers who noticed it. They were walking by and they saw the fire happening. They saw it, they saw the smoke coming out of the men's clothes section, and they reached out to an employee and were like, hey, I think there's a problem. Like, I think you have a fire over there. And the employee went over and investigated, pulled the fire alarm. Everybody had to leave and they had to activate the sprinklers. Now, as you can imagine, the sprinkler system in Walmart, they're not like areas, right? Like when the sprinkler system goes off, it all goes off. So basically, they activated the sprinkler system and not just menswear, everything got soaked. So they haven't been open now for the past 2 days. There's like transports there. There's like all sorts of friggin' stuff there. They gotta basically toss everything from the store that wasn't somehow protected from moisture or smoke. So Walmart's going to be out of commission for a little bit, and that freaking sucks. You're probably asking, hey Adam, why does it suck? Well, if you think about it, what time of year is it right now? It's the most commercial time of the year. It's the time of year where people do their Christmas shopping and all that. And honestly, having Walmart catch fire means people are going to have to do themselves a solid and go to places like Amazon, especially in our town, because there's not much really here. As far as stores go, there's Walmart, Canadian Tire, like Best Buy, but we'll see what happens to Best Buy when this pandemic gets worse. Anyway, guys, sorry for the sick, awesome camera angle. Gonna be making some shake and bake chicken. Actually, I should preheat my oven. How do you do this? It's been a hot minute since I've used this thing. Sometimes I'm bad and I leave my roasting pan in there, and then the oven preheats to 400, and I got this 400 Fahrenheit freaking pan in the oven. So yeah, Walmart caught fire. That was fun. It was funny because Friday night I was actually I was debating on going Friday to Walmart at 9:30 to go pick up the stuff for my lunch this week. Usually they have the $10 pack of 5-piece chicken on, and the $10 pack of the tubes of ground chicken. And I was like, yeah, maybe I'll go and get that over with Friday so I don't have to go out Sunday, and Sunday I can just have a lazy Sunday. Because today it was supposed to be a snowstorm outside, but surprise, surprise, it's not. It's actually not a bad day out today. It's actually kind of nice. 0 degrees, overcast, but tonight for dinner we're doing chicken wings. I was gonna cut them up. You know what? I should line this pan with tin foil. Do I have tin foil? Oreo's so afraid of this stuff. honestly don't know why. Maybe it's the sound it makes. I don't know. I don't understand it. Like, I understand why he's afraid of the broom because, you know, my ex hit him with it. But I don't understand why he's afraid of tinfoil. And shopping bags are the best. He's petrified of shopping bags. Like, I don't understand that either. And garbage bags. When I change the garbage bag and I do the whole whip to get the air to fill it so it's, you know, you can put it in the can, right? Yeah. He's petrified of garbage bags. I'm thinking it's the noise, but he's not afraid of the vacuum. Like, I totally vacuum him all the time. When he has a lot of loose fur, I'll just grab the attachment for the vacuum that you use on your couch, and I'll totally just nail him with it. And he's okay with that. He has no problems with that. So it's weird. He's afraid of tinfoil and garbage bags, but a vacuum, he's fine with. So that's my puppy. It's been so long since I've had shake and bake, guys. Like, I'm actually excited for this. Is it gonna taste like chicken wings from like Wacky Wings or KFC or anything? Probably not. But is it gonna be good? Definitely. It's not even shake and bake that I bought. I bought the no-name stuff because I'm a cheap bastard, right? But yeah, guys, despite COVID and all that, right now, as you probably heard, Toronto's on lockdown. I think I've already mentioned that. But us up here in the north, we're still okay. We're not on lockdown. We're allowed to do social gatherings. If it's inside, it's maximum 10 people. And if it's outside, it's maximum 25 people. Where I'm pretty sure in Toronto right now, they're restricted to whoever's in your house. Which sucks for me because in my house, there's nobody except for me, myself, and I. But and on the same note, that's pretty awesome for me because I'm not really a social butterfly, so I'm okay with that. As long as if it comes down to it where they do a province-wide lockdown, they don't keep me from my lake this year. Because I do plan on ice fishing. There are ice fishing prepping videos coming out. And you guys will see those. It's just I thought I should drop a video addressing the whole nonsense of Walmart and the fire, just to clear the air on that. But last night, went out to a friend's house out in the sticks and finally got my campfire, guys. I've been craving a freaking campfire forever. You know, I called the city of North Bay about getting a fire permit, and they said this late in the year they're not really issuing them, to try next year. Because I was like, maybe I can just, you know, set up some. There's a couple pits right now on Kijiji for like $50 that are normally $200 at Canadian Tire, and that's what I basically have to use. I can't build one out of a truck rim or a drum from a washing machine. That's why I didn't bother keeping the drum from the washing machine, and I just threw it out. You know, I'm limited to what I can use. I got to use one of those store-bought fire pits, like the fire rings, that have the lid to keep the embers from really moving around when you're burning wood. They also have restrictions on wood that you're permitted to burn, but everybody I talk to in North Bay does not follow that rule. You're only supposed to burn like store-bought treated wood, like you can go to Mike's Mart and buy a bag of firewood for a couple bucks, but it's not a lot of wood that they give you guys. It's really not a lot of wood, so I just end up going up into the back 40s and go pull some wood out of there and chop it up. Because I didn't even show you guys this, and I haven't even put it in a video yet. That's coming out later on either. But there was because Bulldog Badger actually mentioned a saw. He was like, oh, get yourself, I can't remember the name that he gave it now, but it was, people build them all the time. A buck saw, that's the word. People build buck saws all the time. And then I started watching a lot of bushcrafting videos. I literally just poured all that breadcrumb all over the chicken just to make sure she's nice and coated. So I went on Kijiji and I went looking around for a buck saw. Couldn't find one. Found out the other name for it, the actual name, not the slang name. It's called a bow saw. B-O-W-S-A-W. Bow saw. So I looked up bow saw, and Amazon had a bunch of cool ones, like really cool ones. They had the one that I really liked was this folding jobby. Comes in a thin pouch, and then you unfold it, you clip it, you lock it in place, and you're ready to cut wood. It's about, I think, a 24-inch blade. Pretty damn good. That would do everything I want to do, especially this summer when we go back to the wall for fishing and we do our little campfires in the fire pit there. But they wanted like $70 for the saw, and I was like, holy shit. Especially when I looked at Canadian Tire, and Canadian Tire had a a Yardworks saw that was like $18, and then Home Depot had one by, not even sure what the brand was, but it was $18. Then I jumped on Kijiji and I found one. This lady was asking like $5. It's a 35-inch blade bow saw. And I was like, well, that's kind of big to be backpacking with. But if I'm just going over to the wall to harvest wood and prep it for a night of fishing and fire, then who cares? Right? Who cares? Let's just friggin' hang it off the backpack or whatever the case may be. So called her up, picked it up. The handle's a little rusty. You can tell it's seen its days. But for $5, frig it, right? So we got ourselves a bushcrafting saw. We got ourselves an axe. I got a couple axes in the garage, a couple hatchets as well. So yeah, next year, guys. Next year is going to be great. This year, not so much. There was talk of, look in the comments somebody mentioned, why don't you build like a snow fort in the backyard and camp in it overnight? And that would be kind of cool, except for the fact that I don't have any of the gear for a winter camp. I don't have the -degree freaking sleeping bag. My sleeping bag is good for 5 degrees Celsius. She's not exactly a winter ready sleeping bag. I'd have to buy all new gear, and money's kind of tight. I kind of do want to save money for next year because I do kind of want to look at getting a kayak or a canoe, either used or new. Mind you, I've been looking on Kijiji at used canoes, and right now they're all the ones that are not a bad price will need repairs, and all the ones that are horrendous price will also need repairs. People like to price their stuff expensively, so I don't know what I'm going to do about that. But like I say, a canoe or a kayak. Like I said, that Joe, there's a guy I watch on YouTube, Joe. He does a lot of canoeing and portaging and all that, and he's got a pack boat, which is like a canoe but a lot lighter, and it's designed to basically go to remote locations. Like you portage it out, throw it in the water, then portage again, and you can get to some serious remote locations with them. But I priced those out, and holy crap, that's like the price of a cheap car. Look at that chicken. It's gonna be so damn good. This is the only thing I'm eating today too. It's funny, like all week I run super strict diet, and you'll see that they're coming up in a video. Like 1,200 calorie diet Monday to Friday, and then on the weekends I stop calculating, but I don't really steer off the path. I'm still eating healthy food. I just don't bother looking at what, like I'm not going to Taco Bell and Burger King and I'm eating food. I'm just eating more of it, and mainly because Monday and Wednesdays I work out. Fridays I tend to go a little crazy. This past Friday I went 2 hours and I did pec death, which if you guys watch Juji Mufu on YouTube, he made arm death, which is basically where you do arm curls until you physically can't move your arms. Like you literally bring your arms to complete death. Well, I did pec death on Saturday or Friday, and these things are still on fire from it. Like I'm hurting hard, and it's where you don't count reps, you count sets, you don't count reps. You just push and push and push and push to the point where you can't push anymore, and then you push a couple more out, and then you drop the weight and you go back at her. You drop the weight, you go back at her. Hey, stove's done, or oven's done. Let me go ahead and get this chicken in the oven. So pec death is a variation of his arm death. And I've been doing that now. I don't do it often. I do it maybe once a month, because after you do it, it takes a hot minute to repair. So you got to eat a lot of food. You need a lot of building materials to build back the damage that you did. And that's what I do. I end up just using the weekend to enjoy food. You know, if I'm burning 3,000 calories in a week, or 3,000 calories a day during the week, and then on the weekend I'm burning the same, but if I'm only consuming 1,200 calories for 4 days, that's 4,800 calories, but I'm burning 12,000. That's quite the deficit I'm sitting in. So it's nice to be able to eat a little more food on the weekends and get rid of the pain of the chest. But like I said, today all I'm having is these chicken wings. So this is probably going to top out at about 1,200 calories just for this one meal. It is what it is. But anyway, guys, I just wanted to say that yes, there was a fire at the Walmart. Currently, it's under investigation. We don't know much about it. We just know that some asshole lit the clothes. Apparently, the latest update, it was 2 people. But the problem with the whole situation is because of COVID and us having to wear masks, it's going to be a little bit more difficult for them to identify the suspect. Because, yeah, it is what it is, right? So right now, Walmart's shut down. I drove by there today when I went to go pick up some stuff for groceries. I had to go pick up more eggs and that. And I'm going to be going back out again tonight because they didn't have everything I wanted at Independent. And Freshco was so freaking busy, and Food Basics was backed right up. So I figure we'll go out again later on tonight when everybody's at home watching The Wonderful World of Disney, and I can actually get out there and do stuff because I still need some ground turkey and something for lunch, chicken, or I don't know. We'll see what we get into. But anyway, people, on that note. So, all right, let's wait for this chicken to be done. We'll come and check on it and go from there. I don't know how I know the chicken's done, because I got both these guys sitting up here waiting for me to go downstairs and get the chicken. So yeah, last night went to a fire. I think I was talking about that earlier. Bonfire out in the sticks. It was good, but everything I wore reeks like campfire now. So that's okay, right? That's a good smell to have. Way better than other smells you can get when you go to a party. Alright, I need my oven mitts, because I imagine this is not going to be exactly cold to the touch. My oven mittens. Don't really use these very often. Mainly because I don't really cook with the oven very often. Oh God, look at that. Fresh baked chicken, boys. Oh, let's kill this. Wait till you get a load of this. She's freaking beauty, boys. Chicken galore. My goodness. Just gonna let that do a little bit of a cool down there. But yeah, went to that party, and the best part is there's 26 pictures taken from one person and like 5 from another person, and on every single one of the pictures, I'm not in them. That's what I call knowing where the lens is and staying the frig out of it. Perfect. It's funny because I'll get comments like, oh, you don't like pictures yet you do YouTube. It's like, well, I also take pictures with me in them when I'm holding the camera and I know what the photo is going to be used for. Not a fan of just having my picture taken by randoms, you know? Which is why I also understand why randoms aren't exactly in favor of being on a camera. Which is why you don't see me bring my camera into like Canadian Tire or Walmart. Like I watch some of these bigger YouTubers that act like it's the end of the freaking world if they can't film in their store. They're preventing me from doing my job. No, no, what you're doing is not exactly normal. Walking around with a camera and filming it. Gradually it will become the social norm with the way the job markets are going and such, but right now people aren't comfortable with you just filming them. So it is what it is, you know. You're asked not to film in a store, you don't freaking film in a store. A lot of places around here though, they won't even say boo to it. As long as you're not pissing anybody off or setting off any of the customers, they don't care. Hell, I know a couple people who've walked into Walmart without masks, and the greeter was like, masks are mandatory, and they're like, that's nice, they just keep going. And the Walmart person doesn't do shit, so yeah. But still, you'll never catch me walking around. I got those days of me back in the day of shoving cameras in people's faces and stuff. You know, the problem there was I think I was more or less emulating other YouTubers that I was hanging out with. Thinking, well, they do it and their channel's freaking huge, so why can't I? Then again, a lot of the YouTubers I used to emulate back in the day and looked up to ended up doing time in prison for YouTube and YouTube related things. So maybe they weren't the ideal people to look up to. But like, even when I watch like the Skivinz squads and you know, they go to places, they go to stores and they get in shit and kicked out because they refuse to stop filming. I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, man, I remember when that was me, except for when they told me, sir, you can't be filming in here. I'd be like, oh, sorry, and I would stop, and I wouldn't use the footage on my video. I think I also deleted any recollection of me bringing the camera in there. I need 2 hands to take this shit off the tinfoil. So, yeah, that's why I didn't bring the camera with me last night to the fire, was because there's a lot of people there that probably didn't want to be on film, not knowing where the video was going or, you know, what kind of audience they would be viewed by. So you got to respect that and just not do it, right? Once again, this channel is just a hobby. Whatever happens to it, happens to it. It's not a job. I'm not like the other bigger YouTubers out there where this is my sole source of income. This is just me having fun with the camera, putting out content. You know, whatever happens to it, happens to it. If YouTube decides to shut down tomorrow, so be it. Mind you, it's pretty funny that there's already living proof as to why YouTube trying to become Netflix won't work. See, there's a show on Netflix that just recently came out that a lot of you probably watched and went, wow, this is such a great show. But why are there only 2 seasons? Well, this show is called Cobra Kai, and it's part of the Karate Kid. Cobra Kai was the rival dojo that Daniel's son fights. Well, YouTube originally had the show. They released season 1 and the following year season 2. And it was available on YouTube Red. So you could totally watch it if you had a premium subscription to YouTube. I guess it wasn't doing that good. A lot of people weren't talking about it on Facebook or Twitter. And there were no memes made about it. All of a sudden it comes out on freaking Facebook, or it comes out on Netflix. Boom. One after another. Meme. So just goes to show you that YouTube needs to realize that it will always be an independent film platform and just stay that way and focus on that, rather than trying to get Hollywood hype and start putting full-length videos on there and expecting people to buy into it. Some people do buy into Red. I know some of you do, because I get Red revenue on my page. However, it'll never be a replacement or anywhere near Netflix or Disney Plus or any of the other current streaming services. And the proof was in the Cobra Kai, because it came out on YouTube, nobody bats an eye. Comes out on Netflix, people are posting like, oh man, this is such a great series, best series ever. And I'm thinking, yeah, I watched it like 2 years ago when it first came out on YouTube. Like, you guys suck. But no, it's not that they suck. YouTube sucks at getting their shit out there. So they need to realize there'll always be an independent film platform and roll with it. But anyway, guys, it is what it is. I know a lot of people out there have said to me, and there's been comments on my Facebook fan page and on Twitter, and not on Twitter, on Instagrams, and that this channel will never grow beyond what it is, and it'll always be what it is. And you know what? I'm okay with that. It is what it is. You know, I work for a living. I make my money the old-fashioned way. This is just me having fun with the camera, which is why it's like I'm doing vlog every day in December, but January I might get a video a week. Like, it might not be as crazy as it is right now, because winter sucks. Winter just plain old sucks. There's nothing to do. Right now, especially because the lakes aren't freezing over. It's still fall weather outside. We're about to roll into December. We're supposed to get 10 centimeters of snow tonight, but
kind of hard when there's no clouds overhead, so we'll see how that plays out. So like January and February might be low content days for me, and I'm okay with this. I'm 100% okay with this. You know, I'll take you guys ice fishing if we go, if the lake ever does freeze. But it is what it is until the winter's gone and the nights are longer and we can get out there and do some fun stuff. You know, I got a lot of plans for next year that I want to do, but I got to get through the winter because you can't really do anything outside for the winter except for hunker up and stay warm. So, that's like a potato. Did you not? I can't. Like, he had the cutest little face going. He had the cutest little face. Stop. 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 Like, the cutest little face going. And I get him on camera, and he just has to act a fool. I'll fight you. Anyway, guys, it is what it is. So, yes, our Walmart caught fire. No, I have no idea when it'll be back up in commission. And there's no talks of it online either of how long it's going to take them to do what they got to do to get shit going, because I guess they got to pull all the stock out of there and then replace it with new stock. And hopefully some asshole doesn't come back and do the same thing again. Obviously they'll have more security in there now, because this is costing a lot of money and a lot of other people money. Like all the employees that work there, a lot of them probably aren't working right now. So that's going to hurt other people. This is not the time to be losing money this time of year, because everybody knows Christmas is the most commercial time of the year. Thanks for watching. Like, favorite, comment. Don't forget to subscribe. And until next time, guys, remember, live to win, never give in. Sit, stupid, sit. Good dog.